Hey, happy Saturday out there, everybody. It's Keith from Jets PC. Today on Retro Saturday, I wanted to cover if you get a kernel panic in Linux. I was booting the E15 Shop Linux laptop, ThinkPad, and I got a kernel panic yesterday. And I'm like, what the heck? And it's like, I don't get too many kernel panics. So I was like, all right. So you basically, when you get that, you got to, maybe power down the PC, reboot it, and you're either going to hit escape if it's UEFI or the shift key if it's older. And what you want to do is get to a grub menu. Now you got three choices. You'll have the Mint version or whatever distro you're using, and then you'll have advanced options for Linux Mint, and then UEFI firmware if it's a UEFI laptop. You're going to pick the middle one. You're going to pick advanced options for Linux Mint 22.3 Cinnamon. That's the newest one. Basically, it's going to take you to a list of kernels that you can boot off of in this recovery environment and rebuild your Linux install without having to, re-image and start all over again and all that kind of thing. All this software is built into the Linux install you've already done, or if I've bought one for me, it's already done on the PC. Basically, now you're going to want to choose a kernel recovery mode, maybe one down from the one that just panicked. So, you want to basically go back in time a little bit to a stable release, and then you're going to hit enter. Now, what that'll do is basically boot you virtually. This is just a virtual machine. You'll hit OK and OK, or you're just in a shell, basically. And then you get back to the login screen. Now, this will log you back in with all your stuff that was on the install you already had that got the kernel panic. So this makes it handy where you can use that time shift restore point that I've been talking about. As long as you've been, done a restore point in time shift prior to any kernel panic, you can pick it after you get in the recovery mode and basically merge everything with the older kernel you're rebuilding with all your setup and files, shortcuts, packages, all that kind of stuff is all still there. So you click on your time shift icon, and then you're going to pick, well, of course, you got to put your password in. Yeah, Linux, you always got to do your password. All right, and then now I've done a couple restore points. So you pick the middle one, and then you hit restore, and then you're going to hit next, 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 next. And then it'll ask you after it's done if you want to reboot. Yes, you're going to reboot. And lo and behold, you'll reboot back to a login screen, and you'll have a stable operating Linux kernel back on the machine and with all your files and things like that, and you're ready to go. Just give it a few days before you do updates again to kind of get that bad the bad update that caused the kernel panic out of the way, and they correct stuff pretty fast. So hope that helps. It just shows you how versatile Linux is and how user friendly it is to fix it without having to get a whole bunch of junk out, download and all this other stuff. So pretty handy. We are stocked with Linux laptops and desktops, as well as Windows 11 and Windows 7 laptops and desktops. Come on by and see us. We're Jets PC, 7543 Grissom Road Suite 121, and we're here Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 7. Thanks for tuning in, and by all means, head over to our YouTube channel. Y'all have a good day.